I'm going to completely show you and demonstrate a hands-on sequence for the twisted file from Sybron Endo using an acrylic block. This is an uninstrumented acrylic block. You can see here. To start with, the first step is to establish patency using a 10 size K file. I introduce the 10 size K file with gentle watch winding motion. Go and reach the apex. .5 to 1 mm beyond the apex is not an issue because the average diameter of the apical foramen is about 0.25 mm, whereas the tip size of the 10 size instrument is 0.1 mm. So you will not be tearing the apical foramen or be enlarging it inadvertently. Now, after establishing the patency, the first step is the orifice enlargement. Here I would like to add a point. Despite the fact that a lot of manufacturers do not include the orifice shaper in their sequence, I would personally prefer to use an orifice enlarger before you use any rotary system, irrespective of whether it is part of the sequence or not. So here in this case, I am using Sybron's K3XF 25 size 8% taper 17 mm as my orifice enlarger or my orifice shaper. Now I introduce EDTA gel. This is Endo Touch TC2 from Sybron again. This is a cordless endo motor, and the speed that I use for K3 is 550 RPM with a torque of 2.4. Anything between 2 and 3 is fine. Generally I prefer to use 2.4. That's it. Clean the flutes of the instrument and irrigate with saline. Now, following orifice enlargement, the next step is glide path, establishment of glide path. Here I would prefer Sybron's K-Flex file because of the simple reason because the K-Flex files have less chances of ledging or transporting the canal. After establishment of working length by through an apex locator or through any other instrument method, gentle watch winding motion till it reaches the working length. Gentle watch winding motion, gentle watch winding motion, gentle watch winding motion. Irrigate with saline. This is my working length. My working length is 17.5. Now continue the glide path using a 20 size K-Flex file. the same working length, 17.5, EDTA followed by watch winding up to the entire working length. Irrigate with saline. Now, this is following patency, orifice enlargement and glide path. Now you start with your rotary. This is the twisted file, the TF assorted kit, the twisted file assorted kit. When you open it, you have three files: the 25 8% taper, the 25 6% taper and the 30 6% taper. So you start with the first file, that is the 25 8% taper. The speed and torque values can be the same as K3XF, and the 25 8% taper is the first instrument to be instrumented, not to the full working length. That's the key point here. Not to the full working length, either till the point where it binds. Yeah, you can see it binding and unwinding. Beautiful. Okay, once it binds and unwinds, you stop. Remove the file. Irrigate with saline. Now you start with the second, proceed with the second instrument, the 25 6% taper to the full working length. (6% taper to the full working length. Introduce EDTA. Gentle withdrawing motions. If you notice here, gentle withdrawing motion, no pecking action. Just go inside and gentle withdrawing motion. Now irrigate with saline. Now you come to the last file of the sequence, the 36% taper to the full working length. Introduce EDTA. To the full working length. Irrigate with saline. Copiously irrigate with saline. In the actual clinical scenario, you can use the appropriate irrigant, whether it is going to be sodium hypochlorite or chlorhexidine gluconate. Now, there is a slight change here. I am using a regular Gadaperka, a 25 6% GP. Not the 36%, a 25 6% GP. The reason is because if you take up the files, even though it is 36%, Since they are twisted, there is some loss of diameter. Now see here, I am introducing the 25/6%, and the 25/6% has a perfect snug fit. (25/6%) see here, a 25/6% has a perfect snug fit. And that completes the preparation. And you can see, appreciate the nicely prepared tapered preparation of the acrylic block here. 1 minute. Yeah. See the nicely prepared tapered preparation from the apical, coronal to the apical. Okay, that completes. Thank you.